Hello everyone, this is Anil Kumar. In the last video, we have seen the creation of a post method, but we haven't gone through much enough like to save the data. In order to do that, what we need to do is we need to. I think our user object should be a kind of entity. So we have already seen this. So now we make this particular user as an entity. It's with a kind of @ entity annotation. We can make it, and I'm making this ID as a private. So it becomes an entity, and which can be persisted in the kind of data store or database. So let me create a repository object. So what is that repository object is? So if you see, I will show you some file in Spring Boot. Okay, Spring Data Repository would provide all the necessary related methods which are required for a kind of CRUD operations. So there is a JPA repository, there is a CRUD repository which is existing. In this example, I am trying to take CRUD repository. CRUD repository means like create, read, update, delete kind of operations for a simple purpose instead of having like a lot of logic kind of stuff. So this CRUD repository is very useful in order to make these particular applications. So let me show you what is CRUD repository. I am just searching in the kind of entire Spring. So CRUD, let me search it. I'm just showing how the CRUD repository looks like. This is the CRUD repository which is available in the org Spring Framework data repository. So I will try to extend my user repository by extending the CRUD repository in order to take all the methods on the CRUD repository. Let me create a particular Java class. In fact, it is an interface actually. So user repository. So okay, user repository. I'm creating this particular interface. Okay, I'm trying to just extend this interface to the CRUD repository. Okay, so the beauty of CRUD repository is it has a lot of methods, and it takes an object of any object. Maybe we can call it as our user object. Any custom object it will take, and our data type. Our in our case, the private identifier is a type of string. So let me open this quickly. Probably what it contains. It would have a save object. Okay, it would have a kind of save all object. It is having an find by ID. Okay, all these things it would provide. So we need to all the kind of necessary operations that we can provide in a simple web application that is very useful. Even you haven't there is no need absolutely to write a single line of database related code if you use the CRUD repository. Go to user controller. Okay, user controller. What I need to do is what I will be doing is I'm using the user repository. Okay, user repository. I'm just trying to inject here user repo. Okay, and I'm doing auto wiring. Okay, what is auto wiring? If you try to want to understand in detail of auto wire, you need to refer to my Spring Core related modules. This would actually auto wire the necessary user repository into the controller and to make available all the creation of this object automatically, and also those particular methods would be available in our controller class. So this user repo I am auto wiring here. Okay, let me do the kind of similar. What is that repo save? I am telling, right? User repository dot save. This is a very simple method where you can just supply the whatever the user the provided input user method, user object, it can uh, save the data. And in order to fetch the data, we need to use user repo user repo dot user repo dot find by key, find by id. Okay, find by id would able to search with the retrieve user whatever that is been searched in order to fetch that particular data. So in order to fetch this particular id, find by string id, and also in the same url we need to provide, this is the syntax, whatever the id that is being provided, that can be retrieved using the this query parameter. So here this is the kind of path parameter, path variable, we can call it as a string path, path parameter, path parameter. I think this is a path variable, in fact path variable. Okay, and we need to have a like a string id. So let me import this particular path variable here. So uh, it is a string, actually it's a small s, right? I think there is a some issue. No. Okay. Oh, it should be a add return statement. So we can able to yeah, I think we need to, it would return in, we can directly return this user. Okay, there is no need of an extra statement also. Okay, with a single statement it would automatically retrieve that object. Yeah, that's fine, it's an optional user. Maybe optional user is a kind of a java 8 feature which would check the null values if the in order to make sure like there won't be any null values. That's a fine. So this path variable, whatever the id that we are going to pass, so that would able to fetch the data from the database. Here the user repo dot save, that user data would store in whatever our inbuilt h2 memory database. So if you see the pom.xml, we have used that particular jpa. This is a jpa feature, data jpa, we have used it, and we have used the code repository of the data jpa. And in memory h2 database, you no need to configure any database like url, um, id, password to connect all these things. This is the beauty of spring boot. So all these things automatically, the spring auto configuration, spring boot, in fact spring boot auto configuration would automatically configure everything for you for a kind of basic basic web application. So this is the kind of things that highly differentiates from a normal spring application to the spring boot. So we have done the necessity, I think a lot of changes. We will try to save the data and we will try to retrieve the data in the next video. Thanks for watching this video. Please click on the like button and do subscribe to my channel for further videos. Thank you.